I am obsessed with the morning views that we have on this hillside.
Brother, brother, don't you know, it don't matter where you go, bad news has a way to seek you out. You can change the pace, you can run and hide, but that don't change the folks outside. The world just has a bite, it's pretty stout. Righteousness won't fill your cup, your dues you don't just won't add up. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Show them just what you're made of, and all your dreams will stand right up. It's all right there, just ready for the taking.
Good morning, Stive Tribe. Welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jen.
And we're juicing.
Juicing.
So this was we've jumped on the train.
We have.
Hi, kiddos.
My birthday is it's next month. So I asked my mom for a juicer for my birthday. So she went ahead and got it for me so we can start. And we got all our produce and we are juicing. I haven't tasted it yet. Zach has.
I just
He
did.
said it's really good. Wyatt tasted it. He said it's good.
Yep, so this one is cucumbers, kale, celery, lemon, apple, pear. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Got a little bit on my nose. So the cucumber is the most potent flavor with a little lemon. You don't really taste the celery. I don't really taste the kale. Well, you don't taste kale. Kale doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. Taste the lemon. Taste a tad of the pear and the apple.
Yeah.
Just because those are
Sweetness.
a little acidy and sweet. But overall, it's very good. I don't know.
Really good.
I was a little nervous about having to try this,
Yeah.
but it actually is very good. I have no issues with it.
So I don't want to juice for all 3 meals. I just want to juice in the morning for breakfast. And if need be, maybe in the afternoon as a snack. But we'll see.
Yeah, so we're getting on that health train. You know, winter's coming. That's when it's Thanksgiving, Christmas dinners, big giant food amounts. And that's when I really pack on the winter weight. So we are going to try to avoid that as much as we can and do it a little better and eat a little better, get a little healthier. So here we are juicing up a storm.
Juicing.
So here's our juicer.
It's a cheap one.
But it's it seemed to work really well.
It was about $60 on Amazon. It's a Hamilton Beach. I love Hamilton Beach. Their prices are always cheaper, but I think their quality is really good. Like I have a Hamilton Beach stand mixer instead of the KitchenAid because it was half the price. And I've had it for probably 5 years. It's just a great thing. I love their brand. So we went with Hamilton Beach for this too, and it had great reviews.
So you just put your stuff in there. It sends out all the excess over here and it juices out of here, and it's real quick and easy.
Yeah.
It took us 10 minutes and that's some great compost stuff,
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna put this in the compost for the garden.
Cool. It's good to be home. Nice rain overnight, shining on the trees. Cool, crisp morning. It is a beautiful day in Kentucky. Okay, so we're back from HOA. We're back home. Jen's got some family in. Well, it's my family too. It's just her side. So we've been visiting with them. But really this morning, we're going to kind of look at the farm and just make sure everything looks good. Show you all, give you an update. You ain't seen the goats in the gardens in a while. We had a frost, so you get to see that. But then we wanted to talk a little bit about something that we learned from HOA. We wanted to have just kind of a little bit of a real talk. But first, the homestead. Good morning, ladies. How we doing this morning? What's up, Elsa?
Hi.
Starting that mud farm, aren't we?
Yep. Already getting a head start.
The petting zoo looks great. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing good. No issues while we were gone. Ladies, T-Bird, we always got to hear you. So everybody is happy. Isn't that right, Anna? Yeah. Pretty girls.
Hi, cutie. He's so
She said, I know I am. Oh, I know it. Oh, yes. Ladies are doing good. How's my beautiful lady behind me?
Good. Feel good after that juice.
Yeah, that juice was really good. I'm really surprised. We'll see how it does. I definitely don't feel full.
Yeah, well,
But
I do. I don't eat a lot, so I'm good.
I eat a lot. But it was really good. I'm glad that she is not making me do it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She's not making me do it at all. But
I don't even have to. I just wanted to do it.
I want to do it. I want to try to be healthier. So speaking of healthy, let's look at this garden.
Let's do it.
So they're still little, but our cabbage and everything is looking good, and the cauliflower. So we've got purple cabbage, regular cabbage, and then we got 2 different types of cauliflower in here. We got graffiti and what's the other one called? Starfire? No.
No.
It's an orange and a purple cauliflower from Haas Tools, but it looks good. It's nice to have a little wetness on it. The dirt is looking fantastic. Look how pretty that looks. Got a little liquid gold starting. Here's a shot of the cauliflower over here. Everybody's hanging out, doing their thing and growing. So that frost we mentioned, look at it, y'all.
Mr. Lufa got hit hard with the frost.
Yes, he did.
Top is pretty much dead. The bottom leaves are still okay, but we're gonna take it up. We're gonna get the loofahs off. Some of them are completely ready to do. The others we're gonna put into the greenhouse and let them dry, and hopefully that speeds along the process. But
yep,
he got hit with the frost.
Yep, the okra's done too.
Yeah.
It got hit pretty hard, so we're gonna be pulling a lot of things up. So thank you, early October 10th frost. Poor Mr. Lufa.
Yep.
Gosh, he had a good life though, didn't he?
He did. He was very pretty.
Yeah.
Had a very long and good life here.
He really took over both trellises, dude.
Yeah.
He made his presence known. We didn't forget about you two. What's up, Buster? You just like your sister, showing off. What's up, Char Char? Uh-huh. Are we Charles Manson today or Char Char? To be determined. Time will tell. But y'all, look at this area. Completely cleaned out. It took them a week and a half. Goats are the freaking best, y'all, when it comes to clearing stuff out. So I'll be moving them again really soon on over to the next spot of the pond and let them have some more action. But I can fully get in there and get all that brushery out now, because they've made it clean. Where are you headed to, babe?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
So you saw that the loofah got killed by the frost, and I have no idea why, but the tomatoes did not.
And look.
They are alive. They're lower than the loofah. They're right here on the ground. So I don't know if the frost, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but the tomatoes lived. So we did take them to the first frost and beyond.
First
we
frost
actually had 2
and
frosts
beyond.
this weekend,
So
and they survived both.
Yep.
No clue why.
Hey, I'll take it.
But yeah, they're still producing.
We're gonna let them keep going. We have so many tomatoes. It's kind of an experiment, right? Just see how everything does after a frost. But we have new fruit setting and no signs of issues, so we're not gonna mess with them. So not totally meaning for this to turn into a garden tour, but there's so many things we want to show you. Look at all of our carrots. They're finally big enough to where you can truly see the line going, and they are doing fantastic. Super pumped about the amount of carrots that this bed's gonna produce. Oh yeah, and Mr. Comfrey still doing his thing out here. Big old Comfrey. Rattlesnake pole beans. We've got a lot of action going on here. See if we can get that zoom cleared up for you there. There you go. They are a little bit everywhere. Taking off, doing good. No frost issues. They're just, I mean, they're really just taking off all over all the fencing wire and the chicken wire. Just going nuts. So I'm really proud of them. This one, I told y'all, it struggled a little, and it's still on the struggle bus, but it's still climbing. I just don't know what was up with this one specifically, but all the other ones seem to be doing really good. Peas are getting huge. Besides those two. But these 3 right here are getting really big and taking off quickly, and they're flowering, so we'll have peas soon there. Same thing on this side of the pallet trellis. All kinds of action going on and looking really good. Good morning, rabbit fam. Look at everybody with their ears all perked up. They are getting huge and big and beautiful. Move out of the way, mama. You can't get out of there. Goodness, but there's the babies. Super pretty, staying warm. Okay, check-in complete. Everything's looking good, even after 2 frosts. Stivers Homestead is still popping.
Yeah. The baby chicks are inside and they're doing good as well.
Getting really big.
We still have 9 and they're doing awesome. They're getting big. They're starting to try to roost and they're just doing really good. So a lot of people have asked about them and the rabbits, so they're all good.
Yep, and we candled a couple of our incubating eggs,
yep.
And we have babies.
Yeah.
So be ready for a video later this week, and you all will get to actually see that in live. It's the coolest thing ever.
It really is.
If you've never incubated anything, do it. It's so fun, and it's not intimidating, and it's really not that hard. As long as you just kind of follow the guidelines, which are basically just keep the temperature right, keep humidity right, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Other than that, you just sit back and wait. So that's really neat. But we wanted to talk to you all about something.
What did we learn at HOA?
What did we learn? So the juicing is part of it.
Yep.
One of the questions, and it's kind of a mix of how we're going to go with this, was the 200-year plan. And so we have been thinking a lot about that. It's kind of just been weighing on us, like, what is that 200-year plan? And then also about kind of like the food system, you know, and is it broken? Yes, it is. Can we fix it? I don't know. So what did you take from it?
Well, obviously we won't be here for 200 years.
Right.
So when people hear that, when I heard it, I was like, what? Why are we talking about a 200-year plan? And then it was explained a little bit more, and it's basically living your life as if you would be here for 200 years, as if you would see the change in your family and your homestead and the broken food system and society and basically everything. Just working every day like you will see the change, even though we probably won't. And that was a big part of Maya's talk from the Q&A, and they also did a panel thing, but that was a lot of his point, and I had never really thought about it that way. But I think it's very important for us all to. So I don't think that, I know myself hasn't been living life like we were planning for a 200-year plan, let alone a 50-year plan, health-wise. We just kind of live day to day, and you know, we do grow our own food and we preserve our own food, which is very healthy. With
a goal to be 100% sustainable, yes. Meat and veggie wise.
Yes, but we could do more and we could do better. And I think that's kind of the direction that we're heading with it. Being better role models. I know myself, being a better role model for you guys, for my children, for all of YouTube, for other homesteaders and gardeners that are beginning, and just trying to do better in that aspect, which I think is a lot of where the juicing comes in.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to grow all year long. We're trying to grow cabbage and kale and carrots and
lettuces,
spinach, lettuce, all kinds of stuff. And if we can do that successfully with our hoop houses and stuff, then, you know, this juicing that we want to do and this eating healthy all year round and falling in love with your food, homegrown food that's good for you, it can be possible, so that we don't have to go buy this produce at the grocery store. And, you know, I feel like it's stuff that everybody knows, but for me it just kind of clicked. You know, I hear it all the time, and we try to model it and live that way, but it just clicked more to the fact that it can be done. I mean, it can 100% be done for everybody, not just us, but you guys too. I mean, you guys can grow the same size garden that we have. Right. Even if it's smaller, it doesn't matter. You can still grow stuff that makes you healthy for you and your family.
So what are we really trying to get to here? And sorry about Charlie, he's a little loud in the background. What we're trying to get to is, why do we do YouTube? Why do we homestead? What is our plan? So it's really 2 simple answers. My 200-year plan for this land that we're on, my great-grandfather loaded this down after he passed away to his kids, and then we're here as well. So I have the mindset that this place should never sell. You know, he never sold it, nobody else has ever sold it, so we should never sell it, we should keep living the dream. I have a little bit of a different idea when it comes to the 200-year plan for my kids and my kids' kids. I want to make this so functional and so operational and debt-free that when we pass and then our kids pass and it's left to their kids, they can sit here and be like, do I want to continue this dream? Obviously, we hope they do. That is the end goal, is that they do. But we know that this isn't totally going to be for everyone. We want them to have something to where if they needed to sell it, they can, and they can live the dream that they want to live. So my 200-year plan is to set this place up for the most success it possibly can. We're on the right track. We're not there yet. So I have a lot of wild dreams in my head that I want to do to hand this off to the kids and be like, do as you please. You know, make us proud. If you do sell, make sure you're living out the dream that you want to live, or stay. You know, you have those options. I want them to always know that they have options, and they're not going to break our hearts if they were to actually sell it. Because as long as my kids are happy, that's all that ultimately matters. The second piece.
So I think people are going to say to you, their question's going to be, well, what if you're not here forever? Is that the same plan for a different homestead, any homestead, or is that just for here?
So I would take that as,
because I mean, a lot of people have homesteads, but
right,
you end up having to switch or move or.
Yeah, so because I was kind of telling her, and you know, the reason I'm okay if the kids were to sell is because this is a homestead. It's on its way to being a bigger farm. So ideally, this would be sold to someone that still is living that dream of homesteading. So if you're sitting there and you're like, is that my dream too? Maybe it is. Everyone's gonna have a different 200-year plan. And ours is kind of twofold in a little mix of items, because you gotta think of yourself personally, but then you have to expand yourself and start thinking a little bit more about the community and the world and what's going on. So that kind of rolls into the second piece on how do we fix what's going on in the world with the snacks at Walmart, the dollar hamburgers from McDonald's, the broken system, as we call it. Like, that is what the broken part is. We're offering more junk at a cheaper price than fresh produce, organic meat at crazy expensive prices that people seem to think that they can't afford. So how do you fix that piece? First off, you're not fixing it. Walmart is not gonna stop selling Little Debbie snacks, and McDonald's is not gonna stop their dollar menu on cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets. It's not gonna happen. However, this community, what we're doing right now on YouTube, is how we can change it. So if we can make the decision together to grow our own food, grow our own meat, eat it, and just stop buying it, that's how we change the system. So from every video that we produce out that's teaching you one thing or two things or helping you learn a little bit more about how to do this, that's, in my opinion, how we fix the system. Sharing our knowledge with one another, getting people excited about it. It's kind of like with us at HOA with juicing. You know, that we got excited about it. So we're dived in, let's do it. You know, we juiced today for the first time, being back for HOA, what, 2 days now? We're doing it. So to me, that's how we fix the broken system, is by sharing our knowledge, making the decisions to have mind over matter and say no to the cheeseburger and yes to a cucumber, or yes to homegrown organic meat. You know, something that we kind of struggle with because we don't have meat animals yet, that we actually raise and harvest ourselves, a hunt. It's a different mindset, but it's getting that mind over matter on saying this is for our family. This is so we don't choose what's out there at Walmart or Kroger. We're choosing what's here, because we're gonna eat chicken, we're gonna eat turkey, we're gonna eat beef. We might as well know where it came from and do it ourselves, instead of having it pumped full of Lord knows what and then putting it into our digestive systems, because that's what's tearing us up, that's what's breaking the system. And for us to be able to do that, we can take control, we can run this and make them go out of business on stop selling the snacks and the little cheeseburgers. Okay, so you're sitting there, you're like, all right, I want to do it. How do I do it? It's winter. It's getting really, really cold. Learn. Use this winter to learn. So if you're brand new at this and you haven't done it before, get on YouTube, watch us. Obviously, this is who we want you to watch, but there are so many great people out there that are gardening, that are harvesting their own food, and can teach you step by step on how to do everything. It's why we do this YouTube channel, because we want to just share that knowledge.
So if y'all want to comment down below and tell us what your 200-year plan is for your family or your homesteads, or even if you're by yourself. And also, you know, if you have questions about how you can move forward in this process and do more or do better, if you have questions, ask us. Or if there's topics that you want us to do videos about that will help, we can do that too. And just kind of keep this community tight-knit and keep us all accountable and functional to where we can get through this winter and push forward towards our 200-year plan.
And you know what's crazy? We see our views rise, we see our subscribers rise, but what we actually see is the world expanding on their knowledge of homesteading and wanting to do this themselves. So obviously we love it. We love every view, every subscriber, but what makes us more excited is the fact that more people want to know. More people are curious, more people are wanting to find out that information, and that just makes us giddy. We're so pumped about it. It makes us so happy that we have channels out there like Justin Rose, like 500,000+ people. You know, that's amazing. I don't see it as this guy's just good at YouTube. I see it people wanting to learn how to butcher their own pigs, their chickens, how to raise cattle, dairy cows. That's awesome. That is great news to see, and it's just gonna keep getting bigger. So you better jump on the train before it stops moving. Well, it ain't gonna stop moving. You better jump on the train before it passes by you. And you know, everybody's in different phases of their life of wanting to do this, and never feel like you're behind. If you see somebody, if you see our stuff and you're like, man, I wish I was there right now. We weren't here 5 years ago. You know, really what we did in this backyard with the expansion was just this year. So it can happen really quick if you put your mind to it. And so 3 things to take away from this. Build your 200-year plan. What is your personal 200-year plan for your family and your children? If you don't have children, your family, whatever it may be, your situation. Figure out your personal 200-year plan. Second, start thinking about your community, your world. How can I help people learn how to do this? And also express to them the benefits that they can get from it and how we can take down the dollar cheeseburger. The third piece, learn, learn, learn. Start learning, figure out more, ask questions. We have a Stivers Tribe page on Facebook where people are just blowing all kinds of questions. I've learned a lot from it just from there because everybody has a different experience that they're going through. If you're curious into off-grid stuff, you know, you want to take it away from the garden, or not away, but you want to add that extra step and say, I'm not going to pay for water anymore. I'm not going to pay for electric anymore because it's crazy anyways, when there is things from our land that allow us to have all the major benefits. Now you might not be able to have every light in the house on, but you can have the exact same living style with solar, wind, water, however you want. Those are things that we're doing with our house. We're semi off-grid at the moment. All of our heat is from wood-based, so those are things we can help teach you too in this winter. So there's a lot of stuff that comes into homesteading if you truly put your mind to doing this, and we know you can. That's the biggest thing, you can. Yep. It is not out of reach, it is not impossible. Even on an acre, a quarter acre, you can do this.
Yep, and you don't have to be older and retired either.
That's right.
A lot of the influence you see are older people that have retired. They've, you know, left the regular world and they're now on their own with, you know, they don't have to have a job because they have that income coming in. He's 30 and I'm 29. I'll be 30 next month. And we are not older and retired by any means.
Nope.
But our house is paid off. We do have debt, but not the kind of debt that, you know, people most of our age have. It's stuff that we just kind of messed up on when we were younger, but we're working towards it.
Really, our only student debt, or our only debt is student loans. Yeah. See, it's just always there. Which that's one thing that we're going to try to work to fix. But, you know, that's a whole nother broken system. We'll have a whole nother video about someday, student loans in college and all that fun stuff. Yep. But yeah, so the picture that you all see in the template, that's where I work. That's my day job. In that. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a beautiful picture. All I see is pollution. Pollution. I was on the 25th floor and all you could see was a fog on top of everything from these buildings and everything just pumping out pollution. That's what we're trying to get rid of. I would much rather be surrounded by trees, and I know you all do too. Even if you're like, man, I really like my city life or my suburban life that maybe is a little bit country, I promise you, it's in here. We're all from here. It's just figuring it out and coming back to it is the main thing. So we're gonna teach you every day how to fall in love with this, how to fall in love with your bodies, how to fall in love with the food that you grow. And I enjoy and appreciate every single view that you all watch. And please ask any question that you have. If there's something that you're like, man, I'm just not sure, or I'm too nervous to make that plunge, ask it.
Yep.
Let's get that confidence up. It's all about confidence and knowing that you can do it.
That's right.
All right, y'all. I think that's enough motivational Tuesday. What is today? Is it Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. Whew. Coming back from a little vacation and just been a crazy week. You don't even know what day it is. So I hope you all have a great Wednesday. Get out, grow something, do something. If it's raining where you are, go inside and learn something.
That's right. We love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.